Hello, hello, hello. Our first show of the year, y'all. Me and Tink, we are back live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Let me explain my camera being off, y'all. Y'all know I love getting dolled up at least once a week, but I'm not feeling that well because of the weather and other things that's going on. So we're gonna talk with this avatar tonight. Y'all know what I look like. So our guest for tonight is Mozella. If you are subscribed to Marcella's page, then you know who we're talking about. The tax diva with all the gems and nuggets. And of course, also here is my partner Tink. And I'm getting ready to bring her up. Are you ready, Tink?
I'm almost ready. What about you? We're not going to see your face today?
We are not going to see my face because I
Oh,
look
man.
terrible. I
What's
look terrible.
wrong? I
Oh,
normally feed off you. I almost don't even want to look in the camera, girl.
God. Like I
So,
said, if y'all want to see what I look like, y'all gonna
wh-
say turn the camera back off.
what's your
Okay.
symptoms looking like? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Honey, my little nephew had been over here um a few days prior and he tested positive for cousin 19 this week. Okay.
Oh,
I have already had cousin 19 in the past.
mm-hmm.
I don't feel as bad as I did, but I feel like he gave me one of the variants and the reason why my body couldn't completely ignore it. So I'm going through that and also with my fibromyalgia and sarcoidosis, honey. With this cold weather, wet weather, I'm not all the way there. But I don't like canceling shows unless I absolutely have to. And this is not gonna be a repeat pattern, y'all. I just did it for tonight because I was up trying to put some clothes on and do my hair, and it won't turn it out right. So I said, forget it. So we are here, and we're gonna do this. Um,
All right.
yeah,
Well,
y'all.
who's our guest
I
today?
hate harping on myself, but I did want to tell y'all while I'm off camera. Y'all know what I look like though. I come on camera all the time. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and start the show. Y'all know I got my feet in many ponds. Like I do DIY. I do um almost anything you could think of that's handmade t-shirts, sweatshirts. I decorate shoes like little girl shoes for birthday parties. um I've even dabbled in making candles. I just started a lot of stuff this new year. If you need anything DIY done, please let me know and I can get that out for you. Of course, I do my fabulous mirrors and yeah, so my DIY stuff. If you know anybody that need help with social media branding, also you can refer them to me. Okay, I'm gonna throw it over with Tink and her fabulous products.
All right. So, I'm Tink the Hair Fairy, and I make everything all natural, fresh from almond seeds. And so, my personal favorite that helps me with my hair is Lady H. I don't know. Can you see that? Can you see that? Lady
Yes,
H. I love that
yes.
because I have all types of scalp issues, but I don't really have them anymore because I use it regularly. And then Niecy's favorite, ginger ale.
Mm.
Uh-oh, can I
Ooh,
get it
ooh,
in the
ooh,
shot?
ooh.
The ginger ale.
Y'all, that
Good
ginger
natural.
ale. Go ahead.
So good natural antibacterial, and good for face as well. And as we expanded the ginger ale line, so it's ginger ale face, ginger ale, just about everything now. And then we're about to kick it into other stuff too, because I've been going on my vacations, and I've been experimenting with my own stuff. I don't know if you see the skin, ginger ale
I see
face.
it,
I don't know if you
baby.
see the skin, ginger ale face. But yeah, so expanding ginger ale as well, because it seems to be a personal favorite.
Okay, so you got ginger ale face in the bottle. Do you have anything else like mask or anything?
Yep, ginger ale mask, sugar scrub, foaming face wash. So coming is the under eye cream, face cream. And then I actually have, because so I was sick right before, sorry, the day after Christmas, I was sick. I definitely got the Omaricon, whatever. I definitely got that, right? I mean, I was down and out. And because of that, like I ended up getting, and I don't know if you ever heard this, but I ended up getting like a dry patch, like a couple of dry patches
Uh-huh.
on my face. Oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh. I was like, not right on the front of my face. So, you know me, how I'm all into the natural, and I was using my stuff, but I was like, oh, I'm lazy. I needed to go away like ASAP. So I was doing a whole bunch of different things. But anyway, so with that said, a detox sugar scrub that I came up with, because I was like, we got a show coming up, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get rid of this in like 7 days.
Oh wow. You know I
And
love ginger ale
fun.
anything, so I just need for you to send me a whole package
I
and
know, I
tell
got
me
you. I got you.
and then just tell me how much I need to cash after you, baby. I want
I got you.
everything ginger ale because I still can't find my last bottle of ginger ale that I ordered and I tore my room up the other day.
Oh Lord.
So, I love
Well,
my ginger ale.
we can go on and on, but who is our guest today, baby?
Okay. If you're from Marcellus County, you know who this is, Miss Tax Diva Mozella. She's gonna drop some more gems and nuggets for us tonight. We're gonna do a little bit different style though. We're gonna ask questions at the end if the audience have questions, but we're gonna get more into the person herself and her business. We're gonna bring her on up. Y'all welcome Mozella again. Hey, beautiful.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you ladies doing tonight?
Good, good. How are you?
I am definitely
Um,
not going to complain. It's been an awesome day.
Oh,
you
well,
look
God is good.
refreshed, like you just woke up. Like what you do before you get on live, girl? What you doing?
Just a little touch here and a little touch there. You guys know,
Oh,
um,
okay, okay,
with your melanin skin, you don't have to do too much.
Right,
okay.
right.
All
Yeah.
right.
So you are the tax, what is she calling you? The tax diva, I guess, right? So what is it that you do?
So, my business is called Peace Writings LLC, also known as Peace Tax Services.
Okay.
And so we do a number of things there, mainly taxes, but we do offer personal and business credit solutions, as well as I'm a loan signing agent. So I help people close on their brand new homes.
So you're like a one-stop shop.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
That
So,
that is that is the theme of us. Yes.
okay. So now I have so many questions, like, because going into this new year, I know a lot of people um might be in the same situation as me, but might not. But we primarily talk to female entrepreneurs like yourself. So do you do business taxes as well?
So this year I chose not to really deal with
Oh
S corp.
no.
However, sole proprietorship and LLC, yes, we do help with small businesses.
Okay.
I'm just not doing corporations this year. It would
Oh,
be next year.
corporation. Okay. Because I'm like, Lord, I've been looking. I need me a small business person a tax person to do my small business taxes, because girl, it is outrageous. But
Can
I'm
we
like so
can we
confused.
back up though, Mozella, and tell us a little bit more about you and what made you go into what you're doing right now.
Okay. So, initially born and raised right here in Tampa, Florida, and I've been here all my life. aside from moving to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and staying there for 2 years. Um, but being here, I went through a number of things myself as an individual with 3 kids, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced just about every type of economic hardship that you could think of. And in going through those areas, that is very prevalent in the United States right now, especially due to the pandemic. Your lights being off, having no water, not being able to feed your kids because you can't go to work because you got to tend to them. No child care, things of that nature. Um, it gave me a drive to want to help others, to see others become self sufficient that may be going through. And so in 2013, I started out by writing resumes for people. And from resumes, I took myself into consistent research in reference to taxes and notary and credit, insurance, just things that I know is very important to the typical adult individual that is working day to day, have kids, or even don't have kids, but just want a better life. And so after putting my vision together for my business, and it did take a long time, it was a journey. This year 2021, we revamped and we expanded and we opened, and we're here.
Wow. So when did you start doing taxes specifically?
So
Did you
I've been doing taxes since 2011, my own taxes as well as friends and family. Um, but I wanted to take it professionally. And what got me into really wanting to understand taxes, aside from me just doing it for myself and friends and family, I was audited in 2010. Found out someone tried to file me and my son. And so at that point, it intrigued me to know more about taxes. Having a better understanding of, how much taxes are we paying out in a year, why we're paying the taxes that we're paying. And so I began to do a little research, and in 2018, I just took a leap of faith and went to H&R Block and took the course, a 6-week course, and I started professionally preparing taxes in 2019.
So, are
okay?
you a CPA? Are you an auditor? Are you accountant?
No, I'm not a CPA. I've been trying to decide if I really want to go ahead and take that course. Um, but no, I'm not a CPA. I am registered with IRS as a tax professional, but I am
Hmm,
not a CPA. I have not been to college for certified public accountant. No.
that's okay. Bill Gates ain't been to college either. So, gotta go
Right,
back. Yeah. I love to throw that out there. It's probably the only person that I know that hasn't been to college.
right, right. But
But
he's the number one billionaire. So
there you go,
definitely.
girl. There you go. I live my life off that model. Okay. So
Yes.
as far as because I have a couple of questions. Just so you do, or the people you work with do business taxes, right?
Now, I do have a few partners that I am linked to that does business taxes as far as on a corporate level. Okay.
I mean, it's a small business. I'm saying
Small business, I do
you do.
small business
Okay.
taxes. So if
Okay.
you're an LLC or you're a
Hmm.
sole proprietor, yes, I can do your taxes. Okay.
Awesome.
Now, if you're a corporation or a partnership, no,
Hmm.
I would refer you to someone, a good friend of mine.
Okay. So now I have questions about loans. You've mentioned home loans. You do. You do other types of loans or just home loans?
So when I speak of a loan signing agent, let me clarify, because
Hmm.
I'm a notary, okay?
Oh, wow.
And being
Okay.
a notary, you could do general notary work, or you could take it up a notch and become a loan signing agent. And
Okay.
so when you're a loan signing agent, what you are doing is notarizing the documents in order for someone to close on their home.
Oh, right. Okay.
or if they're doing a refinance, you
I
know,
got you.
yeah.
Yeah, you're the person why I fill out the 100 pages and just be like, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I
you are
remember that
right.
person sitting in the corner. I remember that person sitting right there. Yes. Ooh, Lord. Because you have all them documents. I don't know if it's just me, but towards like page number 10, my little ADD kicked in and I was like, I don't even care. Like I could be signing my life away at this point in the next. Like they're like, do you want to read this? No. No.
And Tink, you are so correct when I tell you, most closings are anywhere between 184 pages to as many as I've seen as 304 pages.
I can't
It
take
just
it.
depends,
I can't
and
take it.
that's anywhere between 10 to 21 signatures. And so it can be a lot. It can, but
I
I
don't
love
know.
it.
Wait, okay. Well, somebody has to, right? Somebody has to.
Right.
Because somebody like me, I'm falling asleep at the table. I'm just like, I want to get married just so somebody else can sign the papers. Like, I don't even want to sign it. I can't take it.
Back in
Anywho,
2008, whenever I bought my home, it wasn't that many pages to sign.
I bought
Like
mine
they were
in
pretty much like
2003.
giving us the house. I was like, that's all
Maybe
the
it
paperwork
depends
we
on the
got.
state. Maybe it
So
depends on the state because I bought mine in 2003. And yeah, it was at least 50 some pages for me.
so
No,
I
girl.
remember back in about 2002 when my mother first brought her home. No, it was not a lot of pages. It was really, like you said, maybe about 75 pages, if that.
She said that's not a lot of
Now
pages.
they have added so much. Oh my goodness, they have added so much.
So let's
If
talk
you
about
got
that
an
though, because
extra
I've heard that.
$100, they want to know about it now, hoodie.
I heard about that. So they have changed so many laws now. So like me, I started looking for homes again. And so this year I was like, golly, like y'all might as well ask me for a pint of blood at this point. I mean, I feel like y'all want everything and you really want me to do legwork too. And it's a buyer, no, and it's a seller's market. So I'm just out here giving away everything. Like I don't, it's horrible. I'm not really a fan. I don't know. But I am a fan of home ownership. So we need people like you to do stuff like that. So, okay, so now you're a notary. So tell us about that. Like, how did you decide to become a notary?
You really want to know? I'm glad. That's a good question.
I
And
do.
I tell people this all the time because a lot of people do ask me. I was at the time working at Charter Communications, which is
Mhm.
Spectrum, as a billing
Oh,
operations specialist. This was before I went into business for myself. But a couple times my kids had got sick, like common cold,
hmm
because COVID wasn't out at the time.
hmm
um, and I was getting, a little bit of backlash from being absent because my kids were sick. Okay. At the time, I didn't have a vehicle, so I was utilizing city transportation.
mm
And I remember walking after getting off the bus, I was walking to my actual job and I was saying to myself, like, what can I do to make money off of my name?
mm
Like, what is it out here that I could literally do and make money just off of my name alone?
mm.
And before I got to work, I heard the word notary, like as if somebody was standing next to me just having a conversation and said notary.
Wow.
So when I heard it, I went into work and I started looking at, the definition online. Although I had documents notarized prior, but
hmm
for me it wasn't common just for me to hear the word notary. So
Right.
as I began to research and I actually found out, oh, okay, they make money off of stamping their name and signing their name.
hmm
So at that point, I was like, let me go ahead and try and fill out my application and send it to the state of Florida, and let's see if I could become a notary.
hmm
And I think it was maybe about 7 days later, I found out that I was approved
Okay.
to be a notary. And when I found that out, I was like, okay, now what all can a notary do? And I have found out that a notary can do so much.
What can a notary do, girl? Now I want to know. I feel like I'm watching a movie. What can a notary do?
So a notary can officiate weddings, number
Girl,
one.
what? You know I'm a pastor. Anyway,
Yes, yes, yes. So you know
I
how
did
your
not
clients,
know.
when they say that they're ready to get married and they go down to the courthouse and they actually do the paperwork.
No,
Um,
I'm a brand new pastor. I don't know.
okay, so let me help you out. So
Okay.
clients generally, what they do is, or people that want to get married, they go to the courthouse, they get their paperwork, they fill out the application, right?
Oh
Then
yes, yes.
after they fill out the application, they actually get a marriage license.
Yes.
Okay.
I purchased
And
one of them.
so on the day of their ceremony, whoever does their ceremony, it
Mm-hmm.
should be a pastor with a notary or a notary themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that actually fill out the paperwork, the licensing, and stamp it so they can take it back to the courthouse and it can be filed.
Right.
Well, as a notary, you have the opportunity to do that all in one. So that was an awesome thing. When I found that, I was like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
um
Yeah,
Didn't
that's a
know
good one
that.
because people pay. I did not realize this, but like private ceremonies and things like that, they pay a good amount to have somebody come out there and officiate the wedding or stuff like that. So,
yes, they do. From research and from what I've found out, people pay anywhere between $500 to $850 just for someone to come and officiate the wedding.
for like 15 minutes, because that's really what a wedding is. It's like if that
Exactly.
15 minutes, right? So yeah, but yeah,
Exactly.
that's amazing. So what else can a notary do?
So we also work with um, the government as far as receiving contracts from them for W-9 forms.
Okay.
Okay.
W-9 forms is more of it's more for the employer, not so much for
Mm-hmm.
the employee, but a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times the employer has to have those that W-9 form notarized before they can actually send it out to the employee. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a good thing. Notaries also do field inspecting.
What do you mean?
So say for instance, somebody got into a car accident and the insurance company needs to take pictures of a vehicle. They quote unquote consider that to be field inspecting because you're going out into the field, you're inspecting the object, you're taking pictures of the object, and then you're sending those pictures back into the insurance company itself.
Okay.
Um, Now, I haven't actually tapped into that. I've done research on it, and I
Or you
do
better hit
have
up Gaucho.
friends.
Better get on it.
Well, my baby is taxes.
Oh,
So notary is something that I do at the tax season.
oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because you're probably pretty busy during tax season.
What? And this year it's even more busy.
But
I don't
girl,
know.
you are
I
a
had seen the
wealth
sign
of
might do
information.
business taxes this year. So I know what you're talking about because I had a couple people that were like, "Oh, I'm retired and something, something." I ended up talking to my friend's CPA because I was like, "Look, I don't know. I think this is the year I'm gonna have to call it. I'm gonna wave the flag. I can't do the taxes this year. I just know I can't.
That ginger
Like
ale be selling.
it's too complicated. I don't know what's going on at this point. I'm like, oh my God, not selling them products, all that other stuff, and then now I got to figure out the thing, and then the passive thing, and then the like. I don't know. I can't do it.
And that's why you have people like us that take over that finance part for you, as a business owner. Just this week alone, I've spoke with so many business owners that have
Mm-hmm.
just gotten started, that have made money for their first year, and they feel so overwhelmed because they're like, I used to do my taxes, but now I've added my business and I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what to do. I don't know what my first move is. And so, like I tell everybody, that's why you have people like me that could take in
Yeah.
your receipts, that could take your bank statements and itemize everything
Mhm.
for you and still have you
Mhm.
coming out on top.
So let's talk about that. I am the lazy tax person, right? But please tell me this is a thing and that you can do this. So this is 2022, right? Everybody keeps talking about receipts, but I'm like, I buy stuff, let's just say, okay, I buy stuff from my vendors, right? And so they'll send me something in the email, about my purchase or something like that. Or say, let's see, what else? I go on a trip, right? But it is business related. And then so then I have my flights and stuff. Like they don't send you receipts. They send you something in email. So what do you do about that?
All you would do is print off your invoices that you would receive from your in your email. You know,
Understand.
those invoices help. I just picked up a client, okay,
Mhm,
whose husband is a trucker, right?
mhm,
So she has weight receipts, she has gas receipts, she has receipts from them, you know, fixing the trucks, you know.
mhm,
And honestly, no lie, she's in South Carolina. I got the box maybe about 2 days ago. When I
mhm.
tell you, I pulled out Ziploc bags of receipts,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, this is a task, but
Mhm.
okay,
Well, if you were to take me on, it would be the same.
it's fine
A little bit
because
chaos. A
the
little bit
best part
chaos.
about it is, you know, I help you after getting your taxes actually
Mhm.
taken care of for the year. Then I turn around and help you to get a better system for your
Mhm.
Yes.
taxes for next year,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to ask. Do you also offer that insight to your clients, how to be more well organized for you the next year, as far as the
Definitely,
taxes go?
definitely, I have to because I got to make my job easier,
Yeah,
Hmm.
you
that's
know.
true.
I don't mind taking on the hard task because, again, my business is called Peace Tax Services. And so I want to provide peaceful solutions to taxpayers. You know,
Hmm.
I got into this business because I understand that when it comes to business and paperwork, some people, they get anxiety for dealing with paperwork. Some people, they get fearful. Some people don't understand, you know,
Yeah.
and so they would rather have somebody on their team that deals with this, and this is just what they do, and can walk them through and give them better understanding, and you know that they have peace with dealing with something like this. And so that's what I came to offer: peaceful solutions.
Yeah.
So, could you give like a couple of solutions or ideas to small businesses to, better organize so they can help out their tax preparer?
Yes, so there's an app that's called Tax Keeper. Okay, it's much like ebooks or QuickBooks, not ebooks, QuickBooks, where you can take pictures of your receipts and it will keep everything itemized for you. At the end of the year, it will allow you to do a year to date of all your receipts. It is such an awesome tool, right?
Hmm.
Um, Definitely, I tell my clients that if they don't use, you know, those apps like that, take your bank statements and quarterly, um, put your bank statements together, go through your bank statements, highlight stuff that you know that you've spent out for your business. Okay.
Hmm.
Quarterly, you know, go through your email, pull all of your invoices, put them in folders, file folders, you know, or you know, take time. I say quarterly because some people, they don't remember to do it monthly, right?
Hmm.
And that's fine. If you could do it monthly, set a day aside, just one day in the month, preferably at the end of the month. Because when you do
Hmm.
it at the end of the month, then you've already paid out your bills for that month. You've already spent the money that you're going to spend for the business for that month.
Mhm.
You know, so it would be best to do it at the end of the month. Put all your invoices together, all your receipts together. If you do it monthly, by the time it gets to quarterly, you could put all that in one envelope and send it to your tax preparer or your professional tax preparer. So that way they have the stuff over the year. They could go ahead and put those things within their computer in their bookkeeping system, and they could already have you squared away. So when December comes and you're getting ready to, you know, get ready to file for your taxes, then all we're telling you is, hey, I just need your driver's license and your social and your kids' social and birth certificates, you know, so we can go ahead and get you done, you know, and
Hmm.
within the first 2 weeks, you're already done as a self-employed person or as an LLC. You're already taken care of.
Okay. I
Wow.
have. two questions. So the business taxes and the um, regular personal taxes, they're due at different times. Is that right? And when are the business taxes due?
So if you're running a business and you know you have not paid in taxes and you're going to owe at the end of the year, it would be best to go ahead and file your taxes before April 15th,
Okay.
because April 15th is the deadline for people who owe taxes,
For
who owe
personal or
money.
business or both?
That's for both.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought business taxes were due earlier, like February, March.
No.
Okay.
So you can file taxes all year up until October 15th.
Oh.
But if you owe money to the IRS,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do your taxes before April 15th.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
That's
Okay.
both personal and small business.
So question about which I'm pretty sure, maybe other people might have this question as well. So did we get stimulus money this year, last year, the year before? It was last year, right? We got stimulus money last year too, right?
Yes, we got
Something.
we received
It's been a blur.
and everybody, I tell you, don't lie. This is probably gonna make you laugh, Tink and Niecy. Everybody has forgotten that we received EIP 3 around March and April.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Now,
So
how this is so prevalent to me,
mhm,
because as a tax professional, right? They
mhm.
put the IRS held everybody's refund to
Mm,
push out the economic payments in March and April.
mm, okay.
And that
What?
Wow.
should have been about a $1,400 payment for you, your husband, your child, or you, your child, or just you.
So, okay. If you receive the payment, do you have to put that on your taxes?
Yes, ma'am. You get a
Mm,
credit for it.
I don't. Isn't there a thing like you can't tax the tax or something like that? Like, I mean, you. I don't. How? Why?
Okay, so let me explain.
Yes.
Just
Explain why we have to pay for this money.
okay, so technically with your EIP payments, you're not paying that. You're not paying that back. That is a credit to you. You're putting
Right.
it on. The reason why you're adding it to your tax return is because they want to make sure that you got fully paid out for every stimulus that was
Oh.
sent out.
I mean,
Yes.
they can't see when we cashed it. Like, I don't understand.
So there's been some extenuating situations. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Whatever. Check and double check. Okay. Got you.
Right,
All right.
exactly. And that's all that they're doing is checking and double checking. They want to make sure that you got your money. If you didn't receive it, you will receive it within your tax refund. If you did receive it, then of course they give you a credit for it, but okay, you do not have to pay that back.
Okay. All right. So, question about. So I have my own question, and then we'll see if some other people have questions because I just been occupying your whole time, girl. So, because I'm like so fascinated at this point. You are answering all my questions. But anyway, my son is in college, right? So, child tax credit. Wait, do I still get a child tax credit since he's in college? And question part two, right? Do I still claim him on my taxes since he's over 18?
You could claim him until he's 24 years old,
And I
long
will
as
now.
he is in college.
And I will now. Okay.
She said,
My
and
other
I
son is
That's
will
what.
now.
23. I might have to call him.
And if it and you do have some people who have children that are in college and they work, and
Oh.
so they're like, okay, well, if my son or daughter is working but yet in college, how do I
Mhm.
add their income to my 1040? Okay,
Are they exempt? Can they be exempt if they're working and you claim them and
they
they're in college?
can, but that's more taxes for you to pay out.
Is it?
It is
Let me tell you, I
because
did not understand that part of taxes.
Okay, so let me give you a better understanding. So when you claim
Please
exempt,
help me.
when you're claiming exempt, you're pretty much telling IRS, I want all my money now. I don't
Hmm.
want you to take out anything now. I want my
Hmm.
check now. And at the end of the year, I will
Hmm.
pay Uncle Sam everything that I owe Uncle Sam.
Okay. So if he has an exempt, if he has a job and makes under, what's the amount? That's
If now,
good and like,
if he makes under $500,
what?
okay.
No. I meant like 24,000 or 12,000 or something.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna help you with that too.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but for the first part, because a lot of people don't know this,
Okay.
if someone, because you have waiters out there, right? They
Yeah.
only make a roughly about $2.13 per hour. Okay,
Hmm.
they really live off of their tips,
Hmm.
right? So if a person is out there working and they get a W-2, but it's under $500,
Hmm.
technically they don't
Oh,
have to
because of the two
file that.
dollars.
Yeah, I know.
Because of the $2, because it'll take forever to get to them $500.
Right. Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
Because
that's
the
number
tips should
one.
count separately, right? Tips allocate on a little thing. I got you. I'm with you. I think we here. Mhm.
And so, but that's just for a W-2. Now, if somebody is 1099, okay,
Do we have
1090
anybody who's 1099 who is watching? Put a message up. Because I'm actually interested. I would love. I can't wait. More like see this like contract, a contract for government or whatever. I'm interested in starting to do some 1099 work. My oldest son actually does do 1099 work.
okay. But if a person is 1099, right, and they've only made $599, they have not made 600, they do
Hmm.
not have to claim that on their taxes.
Okay, so what's the point where? Well, that's different, I guess. Okay, I see what you're saying. So okay, so at the age of 18, if he's the age of 18 and he is working and makes under like $12,000 or something like that, do I have to add that money on my taxes to $12,000, or is there like a limit where I don't have to add it and it's like, oh yeah, because I thought when I was younger, what I'm saying, I remember struggling, right, single mom. If you made under a certain amount, what was it? You know what I'm talking about? If you
I
made
do.
under,
So let me help you out.
okay, go ahead, go.
It's considered the standard deduction. Okay.
Okay.
So the standard deductions for 2022 has went up. Okay. And
Oh,
what does
that's
that
a
mean?
good thing, right?
It is. It
Mhm.
is. And I'm going to tell you why. Because for a single person with no kids is just them, they could make $12,950. And in that $12,950, they do not pay not one dime to IRS for taxes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's
Okay.
good for the college kids. It's awesome.
It
So,
is.
so your suggestion, what I'm hearing is that he should file separately.
I mean, well,
Because really, I don't get any benefits from claiming him, do I? I mean, I don't get child tax credit, do I? I don't get anything.
mm, well, technically, no, because when they are over the age of 17 and they're in school, at that point,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're our dependent and even though they're our child, they're listed at that point as an other dependent credit. So
I
you
can't
still get a
stand it.
credit for them, but they're not listed as, your regular EITC credit.
They're not listed as giving us any money. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not getting no money. So I get the fake claim as a dependent just for the fun of it. Like, for
Well,
what? But I don't get anything.
technically, you get about $500 of a credit.
Wait, what?
Okay. That,
Oh, wait, under a certain amount, right?
right, right,
Niecy, what
right.
that say?
Investment accounts. How do I account for them? Investment accounts.
Oh,
So
yeah.
are you speaking as far
Like
as,
stocks. Let's go with
right?
stocks. Because a lot of our people on here, we do stocks and things like that. So at the end of this, we talk about stocks and we really, you know, promote people investing in stocks. So what about that?
So with stocks, when you have investments, especially when you have taken a gain, bring your receipts from your stocks. Bring all your stock documents to your tax professional. Allow them to add that into your 1040 because those are credits as well. You can get money back from that as well.
I just, it's all so good until it's tax time.
So I tell anybody, if you have made if you have made money and you have made over $10,000, okay, whether it's
Oh, from
monthly,
investment?
from investment or from business, either or. If you know that you have made $10,000, pay the 10 or 12% of taxes off of that money the moment that you get it. The
What's the
reason
math?
why
Okay,
is
we're talking like
because,
$1,000, $1,200 or something like that.
yes, if you've made
Girl,
it,
what?
yes, team.
How do you get out of that? So, what is the thing you can do to not? Because you know what I'm saying. Like, if it was a personal taxes, right? I can donate clothes, and I can write that off, and it slowly brings down, the money that you owe. So, what's the thing that you can do for business then that knocks that money down?
So when it comes to business, you can still do charitables, okay?
Mhm,
You can
mhm.
still of course purchasing things, and we all know that
All
your
right.
vehicle,
Well, we don't know,
okay?
girl. No, you got to
Okay, well let me help you out. So when
help.
it comes to LLCs, you could still
Mhm.
write off your business mileage. You could still write off your
All
charitable
right.
items. You could still
Trips, business trips,
business trips. Yes, yes, because there is a
lunches.
portion on the Schedule C that begins to speak of
Oh, I'm
traveling.
excited.
Okay, you could write off office expenses. You could write off utilities, license. If you've
What?
had to go back to school and get a license, you can write that off. If you're in college and you get a 1098T form, which has all of your tuition expenses, oh, please bring that to your professional tax preparer.
Me,
They will love you
I
for that.
told you. I told you
Girl,
she was
I
gonna
was in
drag me
tears.
on
Like,
the niggas.
God, I'm like, God, tell me about all the right on. God,
Now,
so serious.
something that a lot of people, or I ain't gonna say a lot of people because some people have done their research, but I'm noticing that a lot of people are riding in Teslas,
Oh,
right?
I know what you're talking about because I wanted to. Now, before you even say this, I'm gonna say I wanted to get a Land Rover, and they made. I told you they made a reel. And it's like somebody is sitting inside where I live and is making reels about me because I was telling my oldest son, I was like, I'm gonna get me a Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I said it's a write off. It's okay. It's a write off. And he was like, who's paying for that? And I was like, it's a write off though, so it's okay. And he was like, but you gotta pay for it in order for it to be a write off. And I was like, mm, yes, yes.
So that is true.
No
Okay,
Range Rover, no Range Rover. But if
it
you're telling
does.
me I can get one, girl, let me know now if I should go tomorrow and get me a Range Rover. Girl, say the word.
So when you go out to get your Range Rover,
Am I
okay,
getting it tomorrow?
long as it's an electrical vehicle,
I
and what I
heard you. I
mean by
got you.
that,
Wait, now I know electric range. What?
electrical, because it's a
I
Tesla
don't
is
know.
electrical.
A
It's
tech,
considered a
yeah, but
hybrid
not no
vehicle.
Range Rover.
I don't know. I
Oh
don't know if Range Rover has gotten that far, but I do
my
know that
God.
GMC has.
I don't want. Okay, go ahead for the
But
other
the reason
people.
why I say that,
Girl, is a G Wagon electric?
I don't know.
I
I'm
don't think
sorry.
so.
No, I don't think a G Wagon Tink is electric.
Oh, so no luxury vehicles.
Electric cars, like the Spark.
I know what an electric car is. I'm just trying to figure out what the brands I
Everybody
want
got
have
one.
electric cars.
I
Hold
don't know
on, my
about.
light just went out. I'm a little dark right now, but I'm still here. Um,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
so
Go ahead. Tesla,
so
you had
what
a
I was
story.
gonna
You had a thing.
you're good. What I was gonna say is, so when it comes to the electrical vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
once you have paid that electrical vehicle off, that's a $7,500 credit on your taxes.
Girl, what? That's it?
Oh yeah, you
So,
probably
so
spending about a good 80 something thousand, but
right.
you will get back 7,500 as a credit.
So I saw this thing. that if you bought a Range Rover, I'm sure you saw the TikToks and stuff like that, right? But I apologize because you know way more than these TikTok videos. My whole tax language is a TikTok video. Okay, so I saw this thing on TikTok, girl. Tell me if it's true. And this is why I felt like everybody was buying Range Rovers and G Wagons. I got it on my little board, my little like manifesting board, girl. But
Yeah.
anyway, I was wondering, what does it say? Like if your vehicle is over 3,000 pounds or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? If it's over 3,000 pounds and you use it for business, then you can write the full cost of the vehicle off.
So that is true when you have a corporation.
Ugh.
So when you have an S corp, okay, um, you could purchase a vehicle in your business name and write that whole vehicle off and
S
get
corp,
credit back from S
but
corp.
not LLC.
Not LLC, no ma'am.
Oh my God, they've been lying to us on TikTok. Okay.
So technically, it's not a lie because they specify. I'm gonna tell you how it's not a lie.
They didn't
Because
specify that on TikTok. I didn't see that.
I know they specify that you can write the vehicle off if it's a business. I mean, they tell you that you can write the vehicle off if it's a business, but what they don't specify is if your business is LLC versus S corp.
So if I'm LLC, I can only write. Oh, question. What's the question say? I'm sorry.
Working from home expenses can be deducted. Yes, of course.
Oh,
A portion of your home can be written off as well.
I feel like because of the pandemic, my whole home should be written off, honestly, because you know what I mean? Like,
if you own
what
your
part
home,
of,
you can't do that.
huh?
If you
What's that?
own your home, you cannot write your whole home off.
Well, I
for
know
your
you can only
business.
write off a portion. So if you're renting, can you what can you write off if you're renting?
Mhm. So
Are you about to
technically,
give me a
you can
good
still
list?
write a portion because let's be real now. Everybody that is home based business, they're not
Mhm.
homeowners, right? And this
Uh-huh.
is why the IRS give you the option to write off a portion because they understand that a lot of these people are not homeowners, right?
Mhm.
But the reason why you cannot write your whole home off as a homeowner,
Homeowner.
that
Okay.
is because the certificate of occupancy that you sign when you first purchase your home,
Mhm.
that particular certificate asks you, are you going to be a resident or are you going to be utilizing it as a business? And everybody says a resident.
Oh my goodness! Can you check both?
No, you can't check both. Tink
Oh
tink.
no! Nope, just one thing. No, just the
I
one
got
thing.
you. I got
Pink
you.
beans.
I
Just the
got you,
one.
T.
Okay. All right. Well, now I'm so confused because I'm like, my God. Well, then how can you do? Okay, so okay, that's why you can only write off a portion.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What's
Yes.
the most, I guess, that you can write off, like percentage wise, of the space of your home?
So in my software, in which I use Crosslink, it will
Uh-huh.
only allow me to write off 300 square feet.
Okay.
Okay. But there are other softwares that will allow you to do more.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Um, Loretta has another question. She says, I have a multifamily home and I work from home. I use an empty unit for my office. Can I write off the rent?
I have a multifamily home and I work from home. Okay.
So she basically is a remote worker. She just wants to know, can she write off her rent or any portion of the rent? I know you mentioned you can write off utilities. I'm thinking that's what she's saying. Can I write off the rent? Because that's what I want to know. Or
Well,
mortgage or
if
whatever.
she's technically W-2, then she wouldn't be able, that wouldn't qualify for her. I know it
Is
sounds
that
crazy.
Okay,
is that
so
what
she
she's asking?
doesn't use her empty unit. I guess what she's saying. She
Is
works
it
from
storage unit?
home. I'm not sure. Could you clarify that for us,
Okay,
Yeah,
Loretta?
I
what
get what she's
unit?
saying. She has a
Okay.
multifamily home, and the empty
Oh,
unit that she has within her home is what she used
I
for
got
her
you.
office.
I
Can she
understand.
write that off for rent?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, technically, yeah. If you're paying rent for that unit, yes.
Yeah, because she's
That's
paying it to herself. Because it's
Yeah, if
hers.
nobody's in it,
All right.
now she has to have the proof for that.
Oh, receipts.
Yeah.
Oh, like it,
receipt that
like
she
bank transactions.
out of that
Yeah.
unit.
I mean, she's writing it to herself, so she's gonna have to prove that.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
And
how?
what I mean by proving that
Yeah.
is, okay, let's say that she's how can I put this? Okay, let's say that she is taking one transaction from her business banking and is solely for rent, but she's putting it into her personal checking. But she has to identify that's what that is for. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
so it
Okay.
does. So like I was told this earlier in the year, and so basically what you're saying, right? This is that part of business that I need to get better at. So this is also okay. So what I'm hearing you say is that make sure that when you're doing anything that's business related, you have to be able to show that. So from your personal account, if you're paying yourself, you have to pay your business account.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Right. So I
Mhm.
was told that by somebody else too, because I mean, also that makes your job easier too, because you can see it right then and there. Because I was like, well, I just take it and swipe it and call it a day. Because why am I putting it from one account to the other when? But you're doing it for the proof, the checks and double check.
Mhm.
Right, because you have to remember, as tax professionals, we don't know when IRS is going to come in and audit our office,
Mm,
right? And so we have to make sure our documents are in place, just like we tell our clients to have their documents in place.
mhm,
And that's why sometimes, tax professionals do ask those seem like crazy questions like, social, birth certificate, medical records as far as the
mhm,
kids, school records, or if somebody
mhm,
is receiving SNAP benefits or even TANF, do you have proof to show? Because a lot of people don't know that if the government has paid you so much amount of money in a
mhm,
year,
mhm.
at that point you are not considered head of household.
What? What are you? Single, file jointly? What is?
Pretty much.
Oh no. What's the amount?
If they have paid out more than $12,000 in your household, yes, yes, the government is
Oh,
considered head of household when it comes to your home for
mm,
tax purposes.
that's crazy.
It is.
This is
Mm.
brand new information. And I'm
It
glad
is.
I
And
didn't know when I was young because I was definitely head of household. Didn't
So a
know,
lot
honey.
of
They took that.
times So a lot of times when people are doing taxes, and just say for instance, somebody comes to me with a W-2, right? And on that
Hmm.
W-2, they have only made roughly about $10,000. Okay. My next question to them is, okay, are you getting food stamps? Are you getting cash assistance? Are you getting child support? Where's your other leverage? Because I know you're not working. I mean, I know you're not taking care of you and three kids off of $10,000. That's just not happening.
What if you're getting like gifts? Do you have to claim that on your taxes?
I mean, if you're getting
sugar
gifts, that's
dad,
one thing. You have to
I'm just
have that,
wondering. You
huh?
said what?
if you got a sugar daddy.
And I wish I had a sugar
Really,
daddy.
Niecy?
I wish I had me a sugar daddy. She was talking to me, girl.
If you,
I
if you
Whispering
mean,
got
in my ear.
look, if
do
they
you
got
got a
sugar daddies, whatever they got, wherever they're receiving gifts from, we're gonna have to have some documentation showing those
Okay.
gifts. No,
Side
we will.
note,
Okay, I'm
distraction.
listening.
How old do you have to be to no longer be a sugar baby?
Oh, I don't know, because I'm
Just
not a
random
sugar
thought.
baby. Random
Girl,
girl,
thought tank.
man just gotta be older than you, honey. You could be a sugar baby at any age, okay?
girl, yuck. I want to be a cougar.
No, not a
Wow.
cougar.
Anyway, moving on. All right, back
Did
to
you
the
just
taxes.
say rare?
Can I claim my sugar baby on my taxes?
I'm done. No, you cannot claim your sugar baby on your taxes.
What if they live in your home? Technically, they're your dependent. It's because they're grown, right? It's because they're over 20 something. Is that what it is?
It's because y'all not legally married. You cannot claim him, T.
But if they live in your home, nobody lives with me. This is just some past memory stuff. But if they live in your home, because I'll go back and refile these taxes. If they live in your home and they
Be
are your
cougar, get you somebody under 24, then you claim on your tax.
girl, yuck. No, I don't want to go that young. Like, yuck. My son is 23. They can't be like,
Oh my
went to the
God.
same high school. Like, yuck.
Right.
I'm talking 30s, you know what I'm saying? You got to upgrade in like 30s, girl, 30s. The 20s is over. That's done, girl. And that, you know, we've had these conversations. Girl, don't get me started. Anywho, back to the taxes.
Your name for me, Tink, is no longer Tink. It's Miss Stella. Gotta give you that.
Oh no, Stella Ben got her groove back, gave it back, don't want it. She's moving on. No. But girl, yeah. So you know how when we saw Stella got her groove back and we saw Mekhi Phifer and we were like,
yes.
That's the same look everybody had when they saw My Sugar Baby. Oh my God.
Okay.
Amazing. Okay.
We are in the small portion of the show, Miss Tink.
Oh, she called me Stella. Anyway, he won't Anyway, moving on. But I do want to know. I had a legit tax question. This is real. I want to refile. If I can claim him, I want to know. Like, what are the stipulations? Is it an age thing? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a relationship thing. You can't claim your boyfriend, hun.
That's not right. So they just even
you know how many sugar daddies would be claiming their little girlfriends or their little cookie monks? You know, if they could.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I never thought about it on that end, on that guy end. Just thinking about that. So, okay. So yeah, I can't claim your sugar babies. Good to know. No more sugar babies then. You know what I mean? But anyway, moving on. So now I'm all distracted. Does anybody have a question? Niecy, do you have a question? Because now I'm so upset I can't claim the sugar baby though. I was really ready to
answer Miss Loretta question. She says my company gave me a pandemic and vaccine money. Does that need to be taxed?
It doesn't need to be taxed, but I am going to tell you this. It's good to know that because there is COVID-19 relief credit there. And if you have that proof on your W-2, that's what I'm trying to say. If you have that proof on your W-2, your tax preparer should be able to add the form 7202, and you should be able to receive a credit for that. No, you don't have to pay tax money on that.
Not only does Loretta have questions, she has the answers. She said, put your sugar baby to work, packing some of them ginger ales and sending them out. Then you can claim him on your taxes.
Miss Loretta, you're correct. You're correct, Miss Loretta. Look, I was messing up. I was having a moment. I saw him. It was a Mekhi Phifer moment. And I was like, so.
Okay, we got another question, y'all.
Girl, taking me back. Girl, taking me back.
I have a business and I'm a
Mr. Loretta said something to me. That was before I had the business. But I will say that the reason I did create ginger ale was because of him. That's why I created it. Because my little sugar baby was getting up in age and it was a little bald up here. It was getting a little thin. And I was like, ooh.
I think I need to get some of that ginger ale because your hair looks very, very thick.
Thank you. You know, I let a lady age one up, but I use ginger ale as well.
That ginger ale is dbomb.com and it smells so
he
good.
Is the only reason I made that ginger ale, seriously, like because it was getting a little thin and I was like, ooh.
Sugar baby. He got my
and I made the beard oil because, girl, sugar baby indeed. Girl, I walked past this grown ass man with chips and everything else all in his beard. Just like a big old toddler. And I was like, okay. So let me just make an oil that, you know, smells good and like I can rub it on there and then let's make you not bald. Let's keep you sugar baby status for some time. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on it, girl, creating that oil. And then I was like, let me make one for me. I was like, because this scalp is a little tender. So actually that's when it all started. And every night when we laid down, I used to rub his little head and rub his little beard.
Oh
No
my
good.
God.
We're glad to know that this is
That
You are
started from
welcome.
from you being the cougar that you are. Okay, sugar baby.
Well, no,
okay.
retired cougar. Wants no cubs. Retired.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
She said, I have a business. I'm a W-2 worker. How do I file? How do I find someone to help me file? I'm in Atlanta.
Mhm.
So, first and foremost, you can find me on Facebook at Mozella Dixon. Okay. You can also find my business page. It's called Peace Tax Services. I am
Can
also
you
on
spell it?
Instagram as Peace Tax Services. And how you would file with that W 2 and having an LLC is it would be a regular 1040 with a schedule C added to it. And of course, again, you want to make sure you have your receipts, your bank statements, anything that you know that you have spent out, and you know that has been for your business.
Can you file your business and your personal taxes separate? What do you advise? Is it better to file together with that Schedule C that you're talking about, or separate?
I don't, I've had so many people ask me this question. Let me clarify this right now. When you have an LLC, you are
Mhm.
filing your LLC with your regular personal 1040, your personal taxes. It is done together. It's not done separate. The only time you do separate when it comes to business is when it's an S corp.
Oh, okay. Ooh, new knowledge. Okay.
Because when it's an S corp, now you're paying out employees. I mean, well, you could be paying out employees with an LLC as well, right? But with the
Mhm.
S corp, it gets a little bit deeper into you're going a little bit deeper than the 1040. At that point, when you're doing S corp, you're doing 1120. Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
I
yes.
don't know why it feels like a lot.
So information. Okay,
That's
so
right.
Oh,
You're okay.
disclaimer.
um so information are opinions and not advice, gems and nuggets. That's real good. So S corp S corp deals with more of 1120s. 1120s are the forms that you use to file a corporation taxes. Okay.
Okay.
When you're doing an LLC, you have a Schedule C, which is your form or your document form for
Mhm.
your LLC. Okay. That
Mhm.
Schedule C is filed with your 1040,
Mhm.
and your 1040 is your personal income
Let
tax.
me tell you, I've never been so interested in taxes in all my life. Let me tell you. Oh, child. Sorry about that.
So I see Miss Marcella. She says I file separate because if I have to pay back a large amount, I don't want to affect my personal taxes. Now, um, you do have some people that separate them because of that right there, right? They don't want to it when but the thing about paying back is you can set yourself up on a payment plan to where you could pay back so much even if it is a large amount. Okay. A lot of people do not know that there is it's a schedule form. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there is a schedule form that you could add in with your 1040 that will break your payments down that you owe to IRS, break it down in finer or smaller increments.
Okay. So is it better to do that? Well, I guess it depends on your financial situation, whether or not it's
Right.
better to. Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
Everybody's different. So me personally, when I do my taxes, I file my business and my personal together.
Okay.
And that's another
Okay.
thing. I remember Miss Marcella telling me that she files quarterly. The reason why Miss Marcella files quarterly is because she knows that she's going to pay out taxes.
Mm, alrighty.
So,
Well, it looks like we're like extremely over time. So
so I was
we're good
wondering,
to
did you want to go over stocks real quick, or
You know what? I will say we haven't been here since last year, so I'll give like a 60-second little spiel. We haven't been here. So for Christmas, I gave my nieces stock, right? And so one of the stocks that I gave them is Tesla because I feel like Tesla is definitely a long-term stock. My
hmm
opinion, I'm thinking it's like one of those Microsoft type things where it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing because Tesla is continuously coming out with things. And we know Elon Musk is affecting crypto sometimes. So anyway, with that said, yeah, I gave Tesla stock and I felt like that was a good, probably very boring gift for them to get, but I can guarantee they're going to thank me future. So anyway, Tesla was one of the movers and shakers that has been happening thus far. And but I would tell you overall, I felt like the stocks were not picking up. The stocks were going down. What about you, Niecy?
honey, the same thing. You know, I keep my long term stuff now.
Mhm.
Tesla, Amazon. I
You
keep
know what was the
Walgreens.
surprising one? I forgot about that. AT&T. I messed around and forgot that I invested on Cash App in AT&T, like, because didn't get no notification, like it's going down, right? Messed around and forgot that I had money in there, and I was like, look at
Mhm.
AT&T going up.
So
Yeah, AT&T is actually
it's
good.
like yeah,
AT&T is good, as well as I invested about a year ago into Microsoft on Cash App,
yeah,
and that has been excelling. Believe it or not, I
Mm,
was a little iffy at first when I got it,
yeah.
but it's yeah, it's taken off. I
Well,
definitely agree with you, Tink, about the AT&T as well.
it's one of the top 10. They actually put Microsoft back on the top 10 of stocks to get because at a certain point they were like, this thing is almost at its max for real.
Right.
How much further can it go? But it's actually back on the top 10 to get stocks, Microsoft. So yeah, that's a good one too.
I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you one
because
that
but
I
I
did
tell you
really
one that I
good
will
with is
not.
Victoria's Secret.
Did she say Victoria's Secret?
Mm-hmm. I did really well with that.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I'm gonna
When
get
their
Victoria's
earnings
Secret.
report came out after Christmas, their stock went up 17%.
Oh wow.
I've had a
Mm-hmm.
good friend of mine tell me that Nike is good too. I haven't went and looked at it to find out for myself.
I typically don't believe in the big name stocks only because I just feel like everybody's going to invest in that. It's only going to go up so much. So one of the things that we're talking about getting people into is more like day trading, right? So as long as you were doing like some day trading, then it would help you, like make some quick money or whatever. But
Hmm.
that's why I was like so surprised I even had AT&T stock because everybody know I don't do the big stocks. So, but yeah. All right. So, well, that was longer than 60 seconds, but my little spiel on stocks. Yeah, make sure you get in it. It's 2022. So let's go ahead and make some good, quick money, long-term and short-term stocks. Don't forget to get into your apps. And then another one that I'm going to be trying out this year is going to be foreign exchange. Yeah, that's the one that I'm going to be trying out.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
It's
supposed to be a money maker.
yes. I have so
For it.
many partners, business partners that are tapping into cryptocurrency and binary trade.
Mhm.
And that is all they are talking about.
Yeah,
The definitely.
yeah.
I haven't tapped into that yet. I'm looking into it. It definitely is going to be a new flow for me for this year in 2022.
Yes, indeed. Foreign exchange. So that is
It
it
was
for me.
something else that they was saying dive into. I can't think of it right now. It has something to do with Discord, that new app. Um I, and that's something I'm gonna have to look into for next week. But you know, it's a new almost like a hyper fund that people are investing in. So I
Mm,
have to do more research on that and get back with y'all.
okay. Well, that's it for me for the stocks. So we
Thank
are over time. I want to say thank you for coming because I feel like we got a lot of information. Are there any questions left from anybody else out there before we go ahead and sign off?
Yeah. Do you guys have any more questions? Mozilla, is there anything else that you like as far as stocks?
Um, no. I believe I've given all that I could give tonight. But I do.
You
And
gave a
y'all,
lot, girl. You gave a
yeah,
lot.
That's what I
yes.
always like to do. I just want to let everybody know that if they need that tax help, definitely reach out. Me and my team do not mind helping. It does not matter where you are located, long as you're within the 50 states. We can
Okay,
help
you
you. It's
want to
not
give your
a
phone
problem too
number?
big or too small.
You want to give your phone number again?
Yes. So again, you can reach me at Instagram on as Peace Tax Services, on Facebook as Mozella Dixon. Our office number is 813-797-7410. Again, that is 813-797-7410.
Well, it has been amazing, and you have helped me. I think you probably helped everybody. This is the most interested I've ever been in taxes, seriously. But
And,
I'm
and
gonna. This is good.
I want to say one more thing about small businesses. And whenever she was talking about organization, you guys buy you one of those big, thick binders from Staples or Office Depot or Amazon, and go ahead and put everything in that. Get you a hole puncher, punch the holes in it, and go ahead and put all your stuff in it as you go. It makes
I think the
tax
better way is what. Sorry, I
easy.
think the better way is what she said,
The
which
app,
is that the app that she was talking about, where you
the
can just take
app,
a
but
picture and you don't have to store it.
everybody's not electronically inclined.
Mm.
Like older people, stuff like that. They used to doing things with paper. So, if you one of those types, go ahead and get you a big binder and go ahead and separate your personal stuff from your business stuff, and you have easy time at tax time. It's gathering all the information up, trying to get it all up at the end of the years, where a lot of people, miss out on stuff that they could have, deducted. You can always amend your taxes, but Mozilla, what's the risk whenever you amend your taxes?
You can still miss out on something. I
Mm,
always tell, like I said earlier within our stream, take a day out of your month and just put that to the side to count up the costs. Put all your documents together, your receipts, all of that. Download the app. Download the
okay,
app
what
if
was
you
the
need to.
app?
The app is called Tax Keeper or QuickBooks. Tax Keeper or QuickBooks. I mean, yeah, QuickBooks. Um, but Niecy, I do agree with you because technically, by law, we are supposed to have a folder that is our records of our
Yes,
business. We are
yes,
supposed to have that in black and white. A lot of
yes.
people don't know that. So you do want to
Mm-hmm,
have that binder. You do want to have your documents in order.
mm-hmm,
As I know they consider us quote unquote small businesses, but in my eyes, we're businesses that's thriving. So
Mhm.
you do want to have those records. You want to have that binder, but you also
and
want to have Tax Keeper or QuickBooks too, so it could be a little bit easier for you. And if you're
mhm.
not computer savvy, find you a VA
That'll be.
savvy. My bad.
It's okay.
Uh, also it's good, operating from the old school, have a stamp. Like if you got something, go ahead and put your stamp on it and stick it in your little binder. So, you have everything marked, with your business info on it and stuff like that. So every small business is supposed to maintain a book per
Yes,
law.
records book, records log, records book. Yes, you definitely want to have it. But
All right. Well, it's been amazing. So yes, we
Okay,
got a lot of
listen,
information, but we're over. So
thank you guys for having me.
thank,
yes, thank
thank
you
you
for
so much
coming.
for tuning in, everybody. Of course, this is our first live of the year, and we are gonna be coming back next week we have a guest that's a makeup artist, and I think Leah and Destiny is gonna come back in February because she's having a tour with her. Leah and Destiny getting together for a boss up tour or something like that. So they're gonna be coming back over here. And we got some more guests coming. So thank y'all so much for joining us. And we will be back next Sunday. Thank you.